I think this is ready. I was really hoping that you were going to sing like a... What?
No? Ready? No?
Yeah.
Great. Well, the script said banter, so I was actually waiting for that part to start.
Do you don't think this is banter?
No, I was just like a car and horn in the making. I really, by the way, if I sing vocal cakes in the studio without vibrato, it totally sounds like a car horn. Do you have the same? And that on top of one another, it's a car horn.
I sound like a truck.
Is that before they auto-tune?
Yes. Thank goodness.
Right. But today we're going to talk about something completely different. So, yeah.
We're back. Yay!
Yay! Great! And we're back. Yes,
Boom.
We're back. And it feels so good. After
Reunited and it feels so good.
You're making it sexual. Sexual. That's how they say it in Britain.
What?
That's how they say it in Britain.
How what?
Yeah, they try to hide the... You know what? This is I think the fastest we've went off track. You never watched Miranda?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's a British series, and in there you learn that the British are really... they don't want to talk about sex, so they hide the word while saying it. So it's sexual. Like this.
So you mean like sexually?
Yeah.
I love it.
So great!
Yay! Okay.
Returning to the script. After a long break, which I'm sure we will tell you all about in a minute or two, we're back behind the mics and ready to record the first episode of Are We Better Friends Yet? Season 3!
Boom.
Yes, mic drop. No, not, because then it's a very short episode.
Yeah.
As always, you may expect us to deliver an episode full of silliness and stories that really happened and that we might just regret sharing with you afterwards.
It has happened.
Yeah. But with a new season... Which one?
Let's not go there.
Okay. But with a new season also comes a slight change in the way we like to release our episodes. Yeah, okay, I'll continue. By the end of season 2, it became clear to us that recording our episodes every 2 weeks is asking way too much of our calendars. And so we've decided to, instead of calling it quits, just to record an episode whenever our calendars allow us to, like today. Yeah. It's not ideal, but we do have to prioritize our fantastic new music releases.
Yes.
And this way we can still continue our podcast adventure.
Yeah. And, it might mean that we have longer episodes because we end up
even longer.
babbling even longer. Yeah. Because we need to catch up. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So then, let's dive straight into that adventure with today's topic.
Woohoo.
The art of interviewing. In this episode, we'll discuss our experiences when it comes to interviews, or should I say the interviewers themselves.
Yeah.
Which are the questions we cannot stand? What makes a fun interview? And what is outright ridiculous?
All right.
Yeah. Might sound kind of lame so far, but hey, leave it up to us to spice things up.
We'll see.
First things first. Marcela, how have you been in all the weeks since our last recording?
Well, but I mean, for our listeners out there, it's been a absolute roller coaster of emotions because Well, basically, the reason why we hadn't met in so long is that I have been very, very, very busy with the new Stream of Passion release, and work has been kind of stressful. So that's how this little journey started. I was a little bit overwhelmed, I have to say.
Yeah.
So many things to do, so much work, and I was getting a lot of stress, and I've been getting massive headaches from it. So it was a little bit exhausting. However, I'm feeling much better now because a lot of the things have already been done and happened.
Checked off.
So we wrote an EP, check, 5 songs, finished, recordings, done, vocal recordings, also done, photo shoot for the cover artwork, done, video shoot, done.
Woohoo! Oh, and I've seen that one already.
Yeah, you have. You have seen the first edits. And it's all going to be very, very awesome.
It looks so good.
And it feels so good. No, it is. And it's a whole lot of check boxes in place. So I feel a lot more at ease because, those things were, keeping me very busy and very stressed.
And that's why you granted yourself a holiday this week, right?
Did. So I'm not doing anything this well. That's not true. I am doing stuff, but I'm just trying to do as little as possible this week, which is great.
Very good. From time to time.
Absolutely.
Definitely grant that to
yes.
yourself.
So it's now I have a little week off. Also after this weekend having some shows with one of my other bands, Mayan.
Yeah.
And those were really, really fun, So had great fun. Now doing a lot of chilling, probably some wine drinking. And sitting here with you again, which I love.
Yay!
So it's all good.
Good.
Yes. How about you?
Well, I'm down one single.
Yes.
I'm working on the second.
You just told me.
Yeah.
Because you have this idea that you're going to release a single.
Oh, yeah. For those who don't know, I've started my own symphonic metal solo project.
Yes.
Under the very, very original name, Dianne.
Wow.
It's just my surname for in case you didn't notice.
They know.
Yeah. It's kind of also because it might be confusing to use my family name. Because people then always ask me the question, which we will come later to in every interview. Yeah, okay. So under my own name, Dianne, I have my solo album coming out, but I will be releasing it over the course of 5 years with 2 singles each year. I've released the first one on February 14th. It's called After the Storm.
Yeah.
And
I'm just counting when the next one is going to be.
That's why I said 2 each year. So I have a little room to smuggle because even though it sounds like it's only one song, so it should be manageable, it's like doing the complete cycle for every song. So it might even be easier to release a full album.
Well, that's the thing. And that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, this sounds very stressful.
It is. I found out.
I don't want to psych you out, but no. But I mean the listen, deadlines. I think deadlines are very helpful for a lot of things. Yeah. But like having them all of the time, that sounds a little bit daunting.
That's true. But I must say that I'm now doing it for the second run, and it's already easier.
Okay.
Because the first run there were all the learning curves, and now I know, okay, so this I must start earlier, for that I don't need to rush that much, and yada. Right, stuff like this.
Okay.
So I have a great idea I already have ideas for all the songs, but this one is coming to life more and more. And of course, I'm still enjoying the success of the first one because it's been amazing. To be honest, I was like, if I reach 10,000 views on my video. No, this it. I'm not making this up. 10,000 views in the first week, I would be totally happy. And it was 100,000 views. I
just think it's very cute that you thought that you were just going to have 10,000 views. I think it's really cute.
Yeah, people keep telling me this. The people who shot the video also said, "Well, no." But no, hello, I've been away for 5 years.
But people still love you. And the music is fantastic and the video is fantastic. And if you haven't watched it, go to youtube.com.
Here comes the plug.
after you finish watching this episode,
yes.
Go and search for After the Storm.
Oh, we can do the video. How do you call them? The frames.
No, because I'm on holiday. I'm not gonna edit picture in there.
No, but you can do it afterwards.
Oh yeah. The end cards. Oh yeah, of course.
Yes, you know that they are already on every video we have on YouTube because I always do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I do that afterwards.
Really?
When you're done.
But do you put some of my stuff in there as well?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Dude, we have playlists of both the music that I share in there. And hashtags and everything.
Well done.
No, that's
But yes, great success. Your video has been a great success. And that is absolutely 100% correct in my book. It feels correct.
Thank you.
It feels right.
Thank
and well deserved.
Thank you. Yeah. Already looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, me too. Do you think it's going to be very different?
The video or the song?
Both.
Both. We're doing Russian now.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of this,
what?
I had it's a good bridge actually. I had an interview by French people.
Yeah.
And they listened to our podcast as well. And they started off with, so, you make fun of the French people. And that's indeed what we do.
No, we're not. Wait, is this, oh my God, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Of French people talking English. And the funny thing is, in that interview, they absolutely sounded like what we do.
Je suis désolée. Please forgive me.
Please forgive me. See? We're doing it again.
If it makes you feel any better, I also make fun of Mexican people when they talk in English like this. Yes. No?
No? See?
See.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Anyways.
You have to admit that it is,
Shall
we can also make the fun of the Dutch people.
No.
Because most Dutch people, they talk like this in English. It's great. It's very great. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, art forms, which is clearly not this. There are many of them, and we would definitely count music as one of them. One of the most important ones, I would say. Mm-hmm. But interviewing, can that really be seen as an art form? Well, we say it can because we've seen the other side at work as well.
Yup.
Yup. So, interviewing as an art form. What does that mean? We've asked our trusted source of wisdom, the internet, and here is what it said. The art of interviewing is asking questions that verify your understanding of what the person you're interviewing has just said, without editorializing or expressing an opinion. Right. Is everyone still with us?
No.
Okay. So let's just talk about our experiences and find out how good and bad they are. We're going to do so through a series of statements. As usual, the both of us came up with a statement, and then there's the one that you gave us through one of our social media channels.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with your statement. Here's statement number 1. The secret to the perfect interview is
research.
Oh, I also had one word, and that would be preparation.
Exactly.
Yes.
The best interviews are the interviews. Listen, there is nothing, I think, more compelling than a conversation from people where you feel like there's a lot of trust and that you're digging deep, right? Like that's what I want to get out of an interview. Like, if you think about it, the conversations that we have in the podcast, I think they're also...
I think we are brilliant.
I think we're brilliant. No, but the level of the things that we're talking about and the discussions that we have, they go quite deep because we know each other very well.
That's true.
And so for me, the interviews that I've had that I remember Well, I don't really remember any specific ones, I have to be honest with you. But I do remember having interviews with people, for instance, that had interviewed me before, or people that I had already met, like outside of that interview moment, and that I know that they know me.
Yeah.
And the questions that they ask, they are therefore like way less superficial.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, so they go deeper.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, like really getting involved with your interview subject and reading about who they are and what moves them and what interests them, like that can make you ask probably questions that they are going to be moved by.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
It's not so much about, I think like if interviews are real arts is getting someone to
open
up in a way that they wouldn't normally do, you know?
Absolutely. But I think it's it does not per se have to be an interviewer that knows you or you know him, or there's a relationship up front.
No, just it could be just research, you know? They did their homework.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or just a very, very naturally or organically like open environment where you feel like safe and trusted. I don't know. I had this interview right after I released my single, and this guy is from Malta. Cannot remember the channel right now, but I'll copy the interview in the comments.
Yeah.
And this guy, whom I've never met, never spoke to before, except for maybe a short email of interview then and there.
Yeah.
We had a conversation like we were best friends.
Oh,
and
that's
I
nice.
love that. And I have the same thing with Michael, who is who is a Greek person from the UK.
Yeah.
We always have an interview we frequently have an interview together. And the funny thing is that we talk for like half an hour up front, just catching up.
Oh, really?
And I don't know this guy, but at the same time, I feel like I know him, and now we've exchanged book tips.
That's great.
And that is just the perfect beginning for an interview, the feeling that you're meeting an old friend, because then I'm already so relaxed.
Okay.
That I will tell much more, give much more details.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I might also kind of forget that everyone else can also hear or read that.
Like here?
Yeah, like this setting. Yes.
But so tell me, what then are the specific? Can you pinpoint it? Like, what is it? How are they behaving that it makes you feel so comfortable? What are they doing that they make you feel like you've known them for?
Well, it's much more like a conversation.
Yeah.
Then okay, so here's my question. What's your answer? And then after you've given your answer, it's like, okay, next question. I hate that.
Yeah.
That's not an interview. If someone is not up for the challenge of, deepening and
bantering
and
going along with the answers, of course.
Asking a second question and then maybe even questioning, like, why did you choose that approach? Or bloody.
However, I would argue that you could have someone that is like that could still make you very uncomfortable.
Oh, absolutely.
By asking like questions that are not very nice, or maybe too personal, or maybe.
Let's talk about that. What was the most weird question that you've ever received?
No, I mean, it's not like they're weird or offensive. It's just, I think the worst questions that I've had, for starters, every time that someone asks me, like, tell me something about your band.
It has a guitar.
Tell me something about your new release. Like,
it's way too open. Yeah.
Really? Like, it's blue. Like, I mean, like, I sung in it. Like, what do you want me to say? Yeah. That you are asking me basically to sell it to you.
Yeah.
And
that's true. It shouldn't be a sales pitch.
No.
Because also that is not very interesting for the people to read.
No.
Because people want to hear your story, not a sales pitch.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would agree. But didn't you have like anything strange? Like, for example, I've had this happen to me, and I remember even when, where, and when it was. It was in 2014 on the tour that I had with Xandra touring the US. And there was this interviewer like in front of a building because apparently he couldn't find a better space. And he just said, can you please sing us your highest note?
No.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it.
Oh, the mice are back. I had that. Seriously.
That's people.
And then
what
and
are
then,
you doing?
Yeah, because this is like monkey sit, monkey do. And then the same interviewer later on said, so where do you get your outfits for the show? So which was actually I'm totally okay with answering that. Might even give some designers promotion, but he was leading up to something. He said yes, because you can also order them at xandria.com. Because the website is xandria.de, which is the German, because
he was making a sales pitch?
Because xandria.com is a sex website.
No.
Yes. And he was totally leading up to, maybe you can go into, I don't know, like hot leather or something.
So insensitive, sexist,
insulting.
Or
maybe it would look good on me. I don't know.
Well done, people. Jesus Christ.
So that by far was the worst. Well, I would not even want to call it an interview because it was more like a shocking experience.
I just remember something that I thought like was very insulting, and it's not. I think I'm lucky to say that I've never had like anything like really sexist. Mm-hmm. But besides questions that you feel like you have no interest in interviewing me, like tell me something about your album.
Yeah.
I think one of the first times that I worked with people from the Netherlands, with Arjen Lucas, and someone from the Netherlands asked me like, so you're from Mexico and you're all the way over here recording in the Netherlands. Did you even know where it was in the map? And I'm like, yes, I took freaking like geography in school because I went to school, because we're not all riding donkeys and wearing sombreros in Mexico.
Not?
Oh. No, I'm sorry. But anyway, I thought it was, I didn't interpret it as an insult, but I thought like, come on.
Yeah.
But then I realized like I realized that not all people in Europe know, for instance, where countries in South America are. So
absolutely. It does make kind of sense.
Kind of. But I
actually think that all over the world, people are more acquainted with Amsterdam than the Netherlands.
But if you wanted to go into how familiar I was with the Netherlands, there would have been a lot of other things that you could ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was just a really dumb question.
Aww.
But
and when was this? Were you in the Netherlands for a long time then? Or?
No. I was still living in Mexico back then, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. Still insulting, but yeah.
Yeah, and I also always hated the questions, because as you people may know, both of us sing in metal bands, which when we started maybe was a little bit more of a male-dominated genre.
So here it comes. One of the questions that we can put into the category, we've been asked this too many times.
Yeah, just stop it.
So, what is it like being a female-fronted?
How is it like being a woman in a male-dominated world of music?
Yeah. But to answer this once and for all, for me, I really don't feel like it's a burden.
And I think that's very nice for you.
I knew that this would like
no,
give
listen. We've talked about this.
We did?
We've talked
in the podcast?
Yeah, I think we've touched about the fact that in the Netherlands you're a little bit, I think,
sheltered.
When it comes to being a female in the world, I think there are
little
places where you can be, like A-okay. There's little places that you can be better than in the Netherlands.
Yeah, might be. Yeah,
but I have felt slightly threatened in Mexico.
But we're now talking like in the metal scene, and that I totally understand.
No, but also in the street. I mean, can you tell me that you've never like walked at night down the street and like?
No, but I'm specifically talking about the metal scene.
Yeah.
So
as well.
Okay.
I mean, I was lucky that I had like a band of friends that always like protected me a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like fans coming up to you and, you know, getting weird or being drunk. And
that? Yeah. Well, but maybe I'm a little bit more outspoken then. Because the only time I had to get mad was when someone was strong enough to pick me up. And then I gave him like, but for me, what?
Yeah, no.
I had that one time, and then I go in like full mommy mode.
Really? That's so nice.
Yeah, it's like, do you know Harry Potter? Like,
yeah.
So I was like, Ronald Weasley, like this mode. Put me down this instant. Yeah, like this.
Put me down at once.
Yeah. It was more like this.
Well done.
I don't know. I don't think I get scared that quickly. The only time that I really felt uncomfortable was when we were in India and we were sightseeing, and that wasn't a female-friendly environment. And even with all band members and crew around me, it still was really not nice, to put it mildly.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on the culture things, right? But I have had, and I'm not saying that this is all people or all Mexican people, but I think, you know, it is more likely that you get catcalled on the streets, for instance, in Mexico. And are people going to act on it? I don't know. I have had the luck of never experiencing something like that, but it's still, you're still taught to be on edge, you know? But anyway.
But really, like in the metal scene? So with all the cultural differences aside, but just like the comparison male and female, do you feel discriminated as a female in the metal scene?
Not really, but I think that I've always made a really big effort to present myself in a way that is not necessarily uber feminine.
Ah, okay. To protect yourself.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I don't think that I've done that.
But anyway, so as you can see, people from the internet, there is a lot to be said. I mean, we have a lot to say about this topic, but when people ask us,
I'm wondering, like, am I? Yeah.
I mean, well, I am saying a lot of things.
Yeah.
but when someone asks me, what is it like to be a woman? And like, I mean, then that reflects absolutely 100%, like 0%, I might say, empathy.
Mm.
If you could ask that question in a different way, that would get me to open up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that's it.
Yeah.
That's what you don't like about the question. Okay.
And also because mostly I want to talk about the music. I mean, this is not a question that guys get asked.
And that is what I hear from other singers, that is a thing. That you don't ask a man what is it like being a man in the metal scene.
Yeah, because that makes no sense. Then you're trying to highlight the difference instead of if you want to know about my experience, my experiences, there are other things that you can ask me, you know, like I would ask things another way, you know, like really try to put yourself in the shoes of your interviewee.
Yeah.
Then
it's interesting though, because for me, this question, it doesn't get to me at all. And I really know that, no, I don't care. Because my answer is, I like being a lady in the metal scene.
Okay.
I feel different from the band, from the crew, and I like it. I like that I'm the one who can be on front and shine.
Right.
Because they're all wearing the same boring black pants. And here am I in my fantastic costume.
Yes, but aren't you? I mean, when people ask me like, I write a lot of the music, right, that we make. Mm-hmm. I'm very proud of it. And if I have an interview, for instance, if you interview me for this EP that I'm gonna release, I want to tell you about the story behind the songs. I want to tell you about the music that I made.
Yeah.
And so if someone asks me like, oh, so where do you get your outfits? Like,
oh, you think it's too shallow?
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but if
it would be the only question,
if you knew me, if you do your research about me, then you would know that I don't care about that.
Yeah.
If I research you, then I know that you do care about that.
I'm here to talk outfits, necklaces,
exactly,
jewelry,
exactly. So I
makeup.
could, if I wanna ask you, for instance, about your video clip, like. You have this amazing outfit on your video clip and you're removing this armor. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means to you?
Yeah.
And you will tell me about the outfit, about how you got it and the meaning behind it, and you're going to be very happy about it.
Yeah.
If someone asks me about the outfit that I am wearing on a video clip, I'm like, I bought it for 20 euros at a web shop and that's it. Because I don't care.
You should never say that.
But that's the truth.
Yeah,
I don't care about that.
Truth.
But if you knew me, then you know that's not what I'm about.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to know me. If you just follow me on social media, then you know that that's not what I'm about. You get my drift? Like this, it's...
Yeah.
You have to do your research.
But I think drift is a good word for this.
What?
Drift is a good word for your tantrum.
Really?
Yeah.
my tantruming.
Just a little. Yeah.
Sorry.
Marcela is actually a very nice person, but she just wants to tell you about the music. Right? And the vision and the lyrics.
Yes, because for me that's what it's about.
Yeah, well, of course it is.
Yeah. So and I'm not a visual person, so I don't really care much about the visuals.
Oh, but that I am. Yeah. So that's maybe then a big difference because I love that. And I love the standing out from the band part, which is actually a big advantage of being a female, that you can stand out way. Because, for example, take Camelot, take Tommy.
Yeah.
He doesn't stand out from the band as much as female singers do. And that's...
Well, I don't know who you're looking at.
Yeah, okay,
when they're on stage, but
maybe he's not a good example because he's way too good looking.
He's very good looking.
So I don't know, the Blind Guardian,
right? But I don't know. The thing is, like, with Hansi, I'm always so blown away by his vocal prowess.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I'm purely talking visually.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, we find
differ.
different things important.
Yeah,
and a good interviewer who interviews you and interviews me should know that.
Yeah, by doing research.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yes, exactly. I don't know if you know this show. There's a show on YouTube called Hot Ones.
Yes. No. That's the second question.
Okay.
That's statement number 2.
Right.
But first, I want to give another very, very annoying question.
Tell me.
And if I just give you the answer and you can then guess the question.
Okay.
No, we are not related.
So
yes, I always get
your
asked.
Your last name is Van Giersbergen.
Yes.
Are you related to Anneke?
Yeah, and then the argument is because you are both singers from the Netherlands in the same scene.
Yeah.
Which is very strange because my sisters are also called Van Giersbergen.
Yeah.
Are also from the Netherlands and they both can't sing. So apparently that makes more sense that Anneke then is my sister than my real sisters.
Yeah.
Like it's that to me is like, okay. But you also have like Koen Jansen, Floor Jansen, Mark Jansen.
Oh, but they're all cousins.
No. Oh my God, you really had me like, did I just, no. Yeah, so it's.
Yeah, but that's a common name, right?
Yeah, well, that's a difference because Jansen is actually a very common name and Van Giersbergen isn't. And I've actually done some research and must be that somehow like far, 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 far away we're related.
Yeah.
But no. Maybe if we ever get married in the future, which I'm currently not planning on marrying Anneke.
But she is married.
But one never knows.
You never know. They might split.
Yeah.
You might still have a chance.
Yeah. If I do, you'll be the first to know. And then we are related.
I want to be your maid of honor.
If I marry Anneke?
Yeah.
Oh, then you can be my maid of honor. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Don't put me in a baby pink dress, please.
Hey, it's my marriage.
That's true. Okay.
It's my wedding day.
It's my party.
Great. Shall we move on to statement number 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Statement number 2 is by me, and it says, no matter the topic, I'm hanging on this journalist's lips.
Yes.
Not literally speaking. Who would that be for you?
Yeah, no, there is a show, for me, there's a show on YouTube called Hot Ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so basically the premise is it's an interview show with like very famous people nowadays, like actors and artists and singers and whatever. And the premise is that you have the interviewer who's called Sean Evans.
Yeah.
And both him and their interviewee, they both have 10 chicken wings that are coated in progressively hotter sauces.
Yeah, I know the show. You already recommended it.
The premise is great, and the idea is that the questions that they get asked get spicier as the wings get spicier.
Yeah.
So, and they both eat one wing, and then Sean asks a question, and they they progress like this. Mm-hmm. The fact that they have to eat the hot wings like throws them a little bit off guard, so it helps to make them a little bit maybe more
agitated,
more agitated, but also like maybe extract a little bit more vulnerability, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
But I think the star of that show is Sean, because there hasn't been an interview that I have watched where the person sitting across him is like, oh wow, like how do you know this?
Yeah.
Like how. So this is apparently a team of 2, like he and his brother. That
shivers. Sorry.
That do it like great research on the people. Like they really go look up like everything about this person. What they like, what they are enthusiastic about, what their passions is, how they feel about their work.
People were surprised that they found out stuff like this.
Yeah. Because any normal interview, I mean, interviews are made to promote things, right? They are meant to sell stuff.
Firstly,
bottom line.
Yeah.
But that show is way more about like getting to know the person, and so the questions that they ask are way less about the project that they're releasing and the movie that they're coming out with and whatever, and more about themselves. And I think it's just very beautiful that you get to see people share stuff that I think they would normally never share because this person shows them like, I am so interested in you that I am going to put on the time and the effort to get to know you. Yeah. I think that's brilliant.
That is brilliant, because then it actually feels like you're talking to someone who you already have a relationship with, and that will help you open up. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's amazing. He had there are some fantastic, if you want to get into it, or listeners want to get into it, there is like, for instance, one episode with Dave Grohl.
Might have seen that one.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's so much fun.
I love Dave Grohl.
And Paul Rudd, I mean, I love Paul Rudd. It was also super fun. It's just a great show. And I love it that it reflects on their viewer counts and the how more famous the people are now that are going to the show.
Really?
Yeah, because now they're getting like A-list actors. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is the last one that he interviewed. And that one is also amazing.
Hey, they should invite us, and then you do the eating. I will do the talking.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like, I have the sauces at home.
Yeah,
I bought them from the internet, so we could eventually do something like that.
No, thank you.
But yeah, the last one that they have with Jake Gyllenhaal is amazing. Amazing. So great. How about you? Do you have any?
Oh, absolutely. The interviewer from whom I really do not care what he will be talking about or whom he will be interviewing is Louis Theroux
Yeah,
from the BBC.
I don't know if I know him. Maybe if I see a picture.
He's been on television for ages, and he will dive into like abnormal family situations or people with extreme not hobbies but banen. I lost it. Jobs. Or for example, he will follow porn stars, and then not as much about how are you doing what you do, but the real why, and are you really happy with your job? And then he will visit them like years later and follow up on them, but also like the Mormon church, all kinds of family situations with people with deadly diseases or little children that have handicaps, or I don't know, anything and everything he will do. And the cool thing is that as a viewer, you will feel like you know this guy because he makes contact with the camera meanwhile.
Right.
So if he's in a situation without losing respect for the people he's interviewing, he will like glance into the camera and give you that look like, what do you think? I'm not sure. Why am I here?
Right. Okay.
Like these kind of interactions in between that makes it approachable in some way. But he never loses respect, but he will always be honest and just tell the people if he doesn't agree.
Right.
Like people who will become very violent, he will say, and you really think this is the way to go? Shouldn't that be another way? But in a way that they won't feel offended. And he is this guy that will really have you share the things that you upfront decided you would not share. You will.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you think he gets away with that?
Because he's genuine.
Okay.
He is who he is, and he's like this when he's talking to people.
Right.
He's not sugarcoating anything.
Okay.
So you will never think like he's playing you for the fool. Absolutely not.
All right.
Yeah, if
I have to see it. I think I
look it up and you'll be flabbergasted because this guy is he's a natural in interviewing.
Right.
It's like documentary / interview. It's a bit of both, and we already have him there.
Yeah, I looked him up because I didn't know his name, but I do recognize him. I know that I've seen him also like at some point on TV.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant. I absolutely love that.
Cool. I am gonna check it out. Very nice.
And if we're talking about fun interviews, like the one you just mentioned, Hot Wings, is it
Hot
called?
Ones.
Hot Ones.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they're eating chicken wings.
Yeah.
So Hot Ones and they're eating chicken wings. I really like carpool karaoke.
Carpool karaoke,
I like that. To be honest, not as much for the singing because, well, kind of seen that by now.
Mm-hmm.
James Gordon singing along with all these A-listers and congratulations. You can sing your own songs. But I like the little chats in between because, as you've just mentioned with the eating dysphasia, people loosen up when they're singing.
Yeah.
And so if you have a question afterwards,
right,
you'll be much more willing to share that little bit of extra information.
That's true.
For any interviewers listening now, no, I won't be singing the next interview.
Do you think? I was just about to say, like, do you think that's what the guy who was asking you to sing a very high note
maybe that
was trying to do?
Yes,
it was just trying to make you feel comfortable.
Like, okay, so and now I would like to share. Nope, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So that I really like, and I don't know. It's more like a show. I love Michael McIntyre. He's a comedian, but he has this again British. But he has this, I think it's called the Big Show, the Late Show. It's a BBC production. And then he has short interviews with people in the crowd. And the way he's so absolutely fast with a comment that will, I don't know, in a respectful way, like, how do you say that? Make fun of you, but in a respectful way, like you're able to laugh about your own stupidity or something. But I don't know. He's just brilliant.
I don't know if I can laugh about my own stupidity.
No, but he does it in a very charmish, again, British way.
Right.
So Michael McIntyre, look him up.
I will.
He's not I know that you do not like the English humor like Fawlty Towers. I know that that's not your kind of thing.
No, it's not something that I grew up with. So for me, it's a little bit like, I'm not sure if I totally get it.
Yeah.
You know.
but that's okay. But this is not that.
All right.
That's just what I wanted to say.
Check.
Statement number 3, right? Moving on. This one is from Miguel Royo Leon. Miguel? Yeah, it sounds much more like something, like a name that you would be pronouncing.
Miguel Royo Leon, muchas gracias por tu statement.
Sí. And he says, what is the question you've always wanted to answer but have never been asked?
Will you marry me? No.
I've been asked that multiple times.
Have you
already.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like at the crowd, like, will you marry me?
Did I already share this?
I don't know.
We were performing in, I think it was Moscow. Yeah. Definitely Russia. And it was just this little moment of silence on stage of I don't know, in between songs or me in between things that I wanted to say. And someone shouted, perfectly timed, Diana, will you marry me?
That's lovely.
And I had the wit to respond very quickly and say, maybe we should go on a date first.
Brilliant.
And that totally broke the ice. It was one of the best concerts we've had because it was such a good atmosphere afterwards.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, that question I already had.
That's excellent. No, I don't know. The question you've always wanted to answer but have never been asked.
Oh, asked.
The question you've always wanted to answer but have never been asked. Do you have one? Because I cannot.
No, for me it's also very hard to.
I think like I just I don't think of a specific question, but more like
direction maybe.
Yeah, the direction. Just let me know that you care. Yeah. It's not like a specific question, but let me know that you know.
Yeah.
What I'm about. Like that's for me. That's the ticket.
Oh, absolutely. And I must say, I really, really, really prefer to not do written interviews.
To not do?
Written interviews.
Oh!
Like, here are 10 questions or 20. That sometimes happens as well. And you then fill them in.
Oh, you have to type it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, all the work, and it's just copy paste on the other end, and it's online somewhere.
Yeah.
And I really hate that.
I agree.
Because it's not an interview, it's a questionnaire.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have the ABC option.
Yeah. Multiple choice.
Yeah,
would you say, how satisfied would you say you are with your latest release? A, extremely satisfied. B, somewhat satisfied.
Okay, now I want
C,
this.
neutral.
That would be brilliant.
And then they just make a graph of all of the answers that we had. Oh, but that could be interesting.
This could be something. Yes. No, but I need.
How much are you looking forward to playing this show? A, extremely looking forward to it. B, a little bit. That's dumb.
Okay. So that would be fun. But the open questions, it's like taking an exam and you never hear back from people. Well, they might say, oh, great interview, thank you. But that's it.
Yeah.
So
I've also had it, I don't know, this is not the statement, but have you ever had it that someone twists your words? If it's not a written interview, if you actually say things, I have had it that people twist my words.
Yeah.
And they make like a completely different story than what I said.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really?
That was not nice. I did not appreciate it.
Ooh, I can still feel the anger.
Yeah, I did say something about it.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. No, I think that's like if people interpret something in a different way and then like go at it, like no, that's not cool.
I did have things that were taken out of context.
Oh,
you know that you get the headline, the clickbait headline, and then later on, if people will read it in context, that it reads completely different. But then, of course, let's say 10% actually reads the interview, and the other 90 go like, "Oh, she said that."
Yes, and that's not nice.
No.
Yeah.
But the question I've always wanted to answer, I think the question is still out there because I haven't had that question yet.
Yeah. That's lame.
Yeah, it's very lame.
No, but I cannot think of anything specific. Like I said, I think I would get happy just to be asked anything that shows me that this person like knows who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. Okay. Now that we've put everything on the table, it's time to move on to our favorite segment, the podcast playlist.
Yay!
Let's see if we can find a song each that embodies the topic, the art of interviewing, or that of our experiences with interviewers. As always, I'm sure that we have absolutely no clue who won the previous playlist contest. But luckily, it's the first episode of season 3, so who cares? Let's start a new contest and then forget all about it before the next episode.
No, but I did add them. I added all of the songs to the playlist.
Yeah, I know, because I've seen you do it this afternoon.
And I was
so we now have an updated playlist.
We do.
Which is the weirdest playlist in history.
It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird. It's eclectic. No, that's the thing. It's eclectic.
It's yes. So for those who would like to listen to our playlist, where can they find it?
On Spotify.
On Spotify, and it's also there's a link in our link tree, which can be found in our profile or a link in bio.
Yes.
Okay. So Marcela, what's your song for today?
Well, interviews. This was a no-brainer for me. I automatically thought of Interview with a Vampire. And I automatically thought of Sympathy for the Devil. Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. But that's just because I had to think of Interview with a Vampire. You know, do you remember the movie?
Yeah, I know the movie.
I have seen Interview with a Vampire at least 3 million times.
Yeah, me too.
And
I mean, all the handsome guys are in there with long hair.
I know!
It's like a metal movie.
And they're all gothy.
Oh.
So little gothy me. My sister and I watched this movie like so many times. And at the end...
I mean, where can I subscribe? I also want a membership.
At the end of the movie, well, I'm not going to spoil it. But anyway, at the end of the movie, you hear... the song, which is actually also the theme song of the movie, Sympathy for the Devil. So for me, that's just like the quintessential. If I think interview, like, Interview with a Vampire. Pleased to meet you. Won't you guess my name?
Wow.
Yeah.
We're on such a different level here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really curious now.
I think I'm way below yours, actually. Really? Yeah. Because the one that came to my mind is from the Spice Girls. And I want to dedicate this one to that interviewer in the US. And it goes like, who do you think you are?
Oh,
because it's slam it, shake it, move it, make it. Who do you think you are?
Yep.
And then use it, do it, prove it, groove it. Show me how good you are.
Yeah.
Because the whole lyric is about you have to do this and you have to do that.
Right.
And you have to do this if you want to get higher. And you come from the bottom and work yourself up. And... you think you are a superstar? Who do you think you are? It's constantly like this, and
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of the vibe the interviewer had.
Yeah.
Like, sing your highest note. Who do you think you are?
Right. I like this approach. Very different approach.
Yeah, it's
But yes.
girl power. Says the one who doesn't care about being.
Have we
the only
reversed
lady.
our roles for a little moment?
Yes. So, two completely different songs, and I think both
Completely
will be a
different songs.
great addition to our already eclectic playlist.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, that's it. Season 3, episode 1 is a wrap. But not before we invite you to share this podcast with all of your friends, family, neighbors, community, whomever is in need of a laugh.
Wherever.
Shakira. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and on our Anchor page. Good line. You're, of course, also welcome to join our lovely group of Patreons to receive early access to all episodes, the occasional bonus content, and our brainstorm sessions for new topics.
Yes.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up or 5-star rating, and leave us a comment on our Facebook and Instagram pages.
Yes, please.
Well then, let me play the interviewer for once and close off with the question that we've heard 100 times but doesn't bore us yet. Marcela, are you related to... No. Are we better friends yet?
Yes. However, I don't think that's a great interview question because it's not an open question. So I think you should really improve your interviewing skills. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Thank you. It was my first interview. I really feel like very insecure right now.
Oh, no. I'm also not a great interviewer.
No, yeah. No? Okay, then let's come up with the next topic.
Yes.
But thank you for watching this one or listening or whatever.
Or both.
See you for the next one.
Bye.
Bye.